Men over 50, let me ask you something. What if I told you there is a single spot on your body, a hidden control center that most men completely ignore, that holds the key to reawakening the powerful blood flow, nerve sensitivity and firmness you thought was lost to time? It's not a muscle you can train at the gym. It's not something you can get from a pill. And it's certainly not a complicated or dangerous procedure. It's a small patch of tissue that, when stimulated correctly with a specific all-natural oil, can send a surge of revitalizing circulation directly to where you need it most, helping restore the kind of confident, reliable erections you remember from your younger years. In my extensive experience helping men reclaim their vitality, I've seen this one simple nightly ritual create a foundational shift that expensive and often risky alternatives simply cannot match. We are about to uncover exactly where this spot is, why a simple substance like castor oil has such a profound effect on it, and how you can begin using this technique tonight to begin the process of naturally rebuilding your sexual health from the ground up. Before we dive into the exact location and the step-by-step method, if you are serious about reclaiming your masculine vitality and want to discover more powerful, natural strategies to support your body as you age, then you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the critical information that can help you thrive. The journey to renewed confidence starts here, and you don't want to miss a single step. Now let's get into the core of what's happening inside your body and why this specific technique is so remarkably effective. To truly understand the power of this method, we first need to have an honest conversation about what really happens to a man's body after the age of 40, 50, and beyond. An erection is one of the most complex and delicate events the male body can orchestrate. It's not just a simple on-off switch. It's a symphony that requires perfect harmony between your brain, your hormones, your nerves, and most importantly, your circulatory system. When even one of these players is out of tune, the entire performance can feel weak, unreliable, or frustratingly brief. The first and most critical player in this symphony is blood flow. Think of your circulatory system as a network of highways and roads. In your youth, these highways are wide, smooth, and flexible. When your brain sends the signal for an erection, the message travels instantly, and the floodgates open. The blood vessels leading to the penis, known as arteries, dilate dramatically. They expand to allow a massive rush of blood to pour into the erectile chambers, the two columns of spongy tissue called the corpora cavernosa. This rapid influx of blood is what creates the initial hardness and size. But just getting the blood there isn't enough. To maintain the erection, tiny valves in the veins that normally drain blood away from the penis must close shut, trapping the blood inside and sustaining that pressure. As we age, these vascular highways can start to show wear and tear. They can become less flexible, a condition sometimes related to atherosclerosis, or simply the natural stiffening of tissues over time. This means the arteries may not open as wide or as quickly as they used to. The rush of blood becomes more of a steady stream, which can result in an erection that feels softer or takes longer to achieve. Furthermore, the venous trapping mechanism can become less efficient. If those little valves don't seal perfectly, blood can slowly leak out, causing an erection to fade before you want it to. This is often described as the most frustrating aspect of age-related changes. The desire is there, the initial response is there, but the staying power has diminished. The second crucial element is your nervous system. Your nerves are the communication lines that connect your brain's desires to your body's physical response. These signals travel down the spinal cord and branch out through a complex network in the pelvis, culminating in the pudendal nerve, which is the master controller for sensation and function in the genital area. Over decades, nerve sensitivity can subtly decline. The signals may not be as strong or as clear as they once were. This can mean that it takes more physical stimulation to achieve the same level of arousal, or that the pleasurable sensations themselves feel somewhat muted. It's like trying to listen to a radio station with static in the background. The music is still playing, but the clarity is gone. This reduced nerve activity can directly impact the quality of the signal telling your blood vessels to open, further contributing to a less robust erectile response. Many men mistake this for a loss of desire, but more often than not, it's a simple decrease in the physical sensitivity that helps fuel the arousal process. Third, we have the hormonal environment, orchestrated primarily by testosterone. Testosterone is the very essence of masculine vitality. It doesn't just govern your libido, it's also fundamentally important for the health of your tissues. It helps maintain the smooth muscle tone within the erectile chambers, keeps blood vessels healthy and responsive, and supports nerve function. While the idea of a dramatic testosterone crash is somewhat of a myth for most men, a gradual, slow decline is a very real part of the aging process. This slow reduction in circulating testosterone can mean that the very tissues involved in an erection are not getting the same level of hormonal support they once did. They may become less resilient, slower to respond, and take longer to recover. This hormonal shift also affects energy levels, mood, and motivation, creating a cycle where feeling less vital can further impact sexual confidence and performance. Finally, there's the often overlooked muscular component, the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is a sling of muscles at the base of your torso that supports your bladder and bowels, and critically, plays a direct role in erections. Specifically, muscles like the bulbospongiosus and ischiocavernosus contract powerfully during erection and orgasm. The bulbospongiosus helps trap blood in the penis by compressing the deep dorsal vein, acting like a clamp that keeps the system pressurized. As men age, especially if they lead a sedentary lifestyle, these crucial muscles can become weak, or conversely, chronically tight and tense. Weakness means they can't do their job of clamping down effectively, leading to that frustrating loss of hardness. Chronic tightness, often from stress or poor posture like prolonged sitting, can restrict blood flow and impinge on the very nerves that control the entire process. So you can see a weaker erection isn't just one problem. It's the result of a slow decline across multiple interconnected systems. This is why a single pill that only targets blood flow often feels like an incomplete solution. It might help force blood into the area, but it does nothing to restore nerve sensitivity, balance hormones, or recondition the pelvic floor muscles. The true path to lasting improvement lies in addressing the entire system. And this is precisely where the targeted application of castor oil becomes such a powerful and unique tool. So, what is it about castor oil that makes it so special for this purpose? It's not just any oil. Castor oil, derived from the castor bean, is composed of almost 90% ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid that is found in almost no other substance in nature. This compound gives castor oil a set of properties that make it incredibly effective for deep tissue therapy. First and foremost, ricinoleic acid is a potent natural anti-inflammatory agent. Over the years, the tissues in the pelvic region can accumulate low-grade inflammation from stress, poor diet, or simply the wear and tear of aging. This inflammation can make blood vessels less responsive and irritate delicate nerve endings. When castor oil is absorbed into the skin, the ricinoleic acid goes to work, calming this underlying irritation and creating a healthier, more peaceful environment for the cells. This calming effect is crucial for allowing blood vessels to relax and open properly. Second, castor oil has a remarkable ability to stimulate circulation. When massaged into the skin, it doesn't just sit on the surface. Due to its unique molecular structure, it has the ability to penetrate deeper than most other oils, reaching the layers of tissue where the blood vessels and nerve endings reside. The gentle massage, combined with the properties of the oil itself, encourages vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels. This means more fresh, oxygen-rich blood can flow into the area, nourishing the tissues, carrying away metabolic waste, and revitalizing the entire system. It's like opening up a clogged channel and allowing a fresh, clean river to flow through. This improved circulation is fundamental to every aspect of erectile function, from achieving initial hardness to sustaining it. Third, castor oil supports lymphatic drainage. Your lymphatic system is your body's waste disposal network. It clears out cellular debris, toxins, and excess fluid. When this system becomes sluggish in a particular area, which can easily happen in the dense tissues of the pelvic floor, it leads to congestion and stagnation. Tissues become bogged down, and their function is impaired. Castor oil is famous in traditional medicine for its ability to get the lymphatic system moving. Applying it to the pelvic region helps to decongest the area, allowing the cells to function in a cleaner, more efficient environment. This can have a profound effect on nerve health and tissue responsiveness. It's like a deep spring cleaning for the foundational structures of your sexual health. When you combine these three properties, anti-inflammatory, circulatory stimulation, and lymphatic drainage, and you apply them to the single most strategic point on the body for male sexual function, you create a powerful synergistic effect. You're not just treating a symptom, you are creating the optimal conditions for the body to heal and restore its own natural function. This is about working with your body's innate intelligence, not against it. Now, we arrive at the critical question: where is this secret spot? Where do you apply the castor oil to get these profound benefits? The spot is not on the penis itself. The strategic location is the perineum. The perineum is the small, diamond-shaped area of soft tissue located between the base of the scrotum and the anus. For most men, this area is completely overlooked, yet anatomically, it is the absolute epicenter of erectile function. It is the control hub, the central junction box through which all the critical components must pass. Just beneath the skin of the perineum lies the root of the penis and several key pelvic floor muscles, including the bulbospongiosus muscle we mentioned earlier. This muscle is like a gatekeeper for erections. Its health and tone are non-negotiable for maintaining firmness. When you apply castor oil here, you are directly nourishing and relaxing this critical muscle, helping it to function more effectively. Even more importantly, the perineum is the primary pathway for the pudendal nerve. This nerve, which branches out to provide sensation to the entire genital region, runs directly through this area. Stimulating the perineum with a deeply penetrating oil and gentle massage helps to awaken and resensitize these nerve pathways. It's like gently clearing the static from the radio signal, allowing for clearer and stronger communication between your brain and your body. This can lead to a noticeable increase in arousal and physical sensation, making the entire intimate experience more vivid and responsive. Finally, this area is a crossroads for major blood vessels. The internal pudendal artery, the primary blood supplier for an erection, travels through this region before it enters the penis. By improving the health and reducing the tension of the tissues in the perineum, you are effectively clearing the path for blood to flow more freely and powerfully. You're opening the main highway so that traffic can surge through without obstruction. So, when you massage castor oil into the perineum, you are not just moisturizing skin. You are delivering a therapeutic treatment directly to the foundational muscles, nerves, and blood vessels that work together to create a strong, lasting erection. You are targeting the root of the issue, not just the visible symptoms. This is what makes the technique so fundamentally different and so effective. Now, let's go through the exact protocol, step by step, to ensure you are doing this correctly and safely for maximum benefit. This is a ritual, not a race. The more mindful and consistent you are, the better your results will be. First, you must select the right kind of castor oil. This is absolutely critical. Do not use a cheap, refined oil that you find in the automotive section or a low-quality one from a drugstore. You must use a 100% pure, cold-pressed, hexane-free, and preferably organic castor oil. Cold pressing ensures that the vital nutrients and, most importantly, the ricinoleic acid, are preserved in their most potent form. Hexane-free means that no harsh chemical solvents were used to extract the oil, which is crucial when you are applying it to a sensitive area of your body. Look for an oil that is sold in a dark glass bottle, as this protects it from light degradation. The best time to perform this ritual is in the evening, just before you go to bed. This allows your body to be in a relaxed state, and the oil can continue to be absorbed overnight without being rubbed off by clothing or activity. Begin by ensuring the perineal area is clean and completely dry. Any moisture on the skin will act as a barrier and prevent the oil from penetrating deeply. Pour about a teaspoon of the castor oil into the palm of your hand. Now warm the oil. This is another crucial step. Cold oil can cause the muscles to tense up, which is the opposite of what we want. Gently rub your palms together for 30 to 60 seconds. The friction will create a pleasant warmth. Alternatively, you can place the bottle of castor oil in a bowl of warm water for a few minutes before you use it. The oil should feel comfortably warm to the touch, not hot. Once the oil is warmed, find a comfortable position. You can sit on the edge of a chair or bathtub, lie on your back with your knees bent, or stand with one foot propped up on a stool. The goal is to have easy access to your perineum. Apply the warmed oil to the entire area, from the base of the scrotum to the edge of the anus, using the pads of your index and middle fingers. Begin to massage the oil into the skin with slow, deliberate, circular motions. The pressure should be firm but gentle. You want to feel as though you are engaging the underlying muscle tissue, not just sliding over the skin. You are coaxing the muscles to release tension that may have been stored there for years. As you massage, focus on your breathing. Take long, slow, deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth. This type of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest system. This is the state where healing happens, and where blood vessels naturally relax and open. Consciously try to release any tension in your jaw, your shoulders, and especially your pelvic floor as you exhale. Continue this massage for at least 3 to 5 minutes. This is your time for restorative self-care. Don't rush it. Feel for any areas that seem particularly tight or tender, and give them a little extra gentle attention. The combination of the warm oil, the firm pressure, and the deep breathing will begin to increase blood flow to the area. You may start to feel a subtle, pleasant warmth spreading through your pelvic region. This is a very good sign. It means circulation is improving. For an optional but highly recommended enhancement, after you have finished the massage, you can apply a warm compress. Take a small washcloth, soak it in warm water, wring it out, and fold it into a small pad. Place this warm, damp cloth directly over your perineum. You can then cover it with a dry towel to hold in the heat. Lie down and rest with the compress in place for 10 to 15 minutes. The gentle heat will drive the castor oil even deeper into the tissues, amplifying its therapeutic effects on the muscles, nerves, and blood vessels. After the time is up, simply pat the area dry with a towel. It's normal for a slight oily residue to remain, which will continue to be absorbed as you sleep. Wear a pair of old, comfortable underwear to bed to avoid staining your sheets. To turn this powerful technique into a life-changing habit, it's best to follow a structured plan. Let's outline a 28-day program to help you build consistency and track your progress. In the first week, which we'll call the foundation phase, your goal is simple: consistency. Perform the castor oil massage ritual every single night without fail. Don't look for dramatic results just yet. In this first week, you are simply re-establishing communication with this part of your body. You are teaching the tissues to relax and receive nourishment. The primary change you might notice is a subtle feeling of warmth or a pleasant sense of aliveness in the pelvic area. To support this process, focus on one additional habit: superhydration. Drink plenty of pure, clean water throughout the day. Your blood is mostly water, and proper hydration is essential for healthy circulation. In week 2, the activation phase, you will continue with the nightly castor oil massage. Now that you've laid the foundation, it's time to start actively strengthening the system from the inside. This week, you will incorporate pelvic floor exercises, commonly known as Kegels. To identify the right muscles the next time you urinate, try to stop the flow midstream for a second. The muscles you use to do that are your pelvic floor muscles. Do not make a habit of doing this while urinating. Use it only to identify the muscles. To perform a Kegel, simply squeeze those muscles and hold for a count of 3. Then relax for a count of 3. That's 1 repetition. Aim for a set of 10 to 15 repetitions 3 times a day. You can do them anywhere, anytime, sitting in your car, standing in line, or watching television. No one will know you're doing them. This internal strengthening, combined with the external softening from the castor oil, creates a powerful 1-2 punch. The oil improves blood flow in, and the stronger muscles help keep it there. During this week, you may start to notice more tangible signs of improvement, such as firmer or more frequent morning erections. Week 3 is the amplification phase. Continue your nightly massage and your daily Kegels. This week, we will add a nutritional focus to amplify your results. You are going to specifically increase your intake of foods that boost nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a gas molecule that is the body's primary signal for blood vessels to relax and widen. The more nitric oxide you have, the better your circulation will be. The best foods for this are dark leafy greens like spinach, arugula, and kale, as well as beets and beetroot juice. Try to have a large salad with these greens every day, or add a handful of spinach to a smoothie. We will also add foods rich in healthy fats, which are the building blocks for testosterone. Excellent sources include avocados, walnuts, almonds, and extra virgin olive oil. By fueling your body with the raw materials it needs for vascular health and hormone production, you supercharge the effects of the physical routine. Week 4 is the integration phase. By now, the nightly ritual should feel like a natural and calming part of your end-of-day routine. Continue with the massage, the Kegels, and the nutritional support. This week is about observing and integrating the changes. Keep a simple journal. Each morning, rate the firmness of your morning erection on a scale of 1 to 5. Note any changes in your sensitivity, your stamina, and your overall confidence. You are likely to see a clear upward trend. The goal of this 28-day plan is to create a profound and lasting reset in your pelvic health. After the first month, you may not need to perform the massage every single night. You can transition to a maintenance schedule of 3 to 4 times per week to keep the tissues healthy and responsive. Now, let's talk about the critical mistakes to avoid. These are the things that can sabotage your progress and prevent you from getting the results you deserve. The first mistake is using the wrong oil. As I mentioned, using a cheap, refined, or hexane-extracted castor oil will not work. It lacks the therapeutic potency and may contain chemical residues that could irritate your skin. Invest in a high-quality, cold-pressed, hexane-free oil. It's a small investment for a massive potential return. The second mistake is inconsistency. This is not a magic pill. It is a reconditioning process. Doing the massage for 2 nights, skipping 3, and then trying again for 1 will not work. The benefits are cumulative. You need to be consistent, especially in the first 28 days, to allow the tissues to truly change and heal. Commit to the process. The third mistake is rushing the massage. Slapping the oil on for 30 seconds and calling it a night is a waste of time and oil. The magic is in the slow, deliberate, and mindful massage. It's the combination of the oil's properties and the physical stimulation that creates the change. The massage physically breaks up tension, encourages blood flow, and stimulates the nerves. Give it the time it deserves. The fourth and perhaps biggest mistake is ignoring the supporting lifestyle habits. You cannot expect this one technique to overcome a terrible diet, chronic dehydration, high stress levels, and a complete lack of physical activity. The castor oil ritual is a powerful catalyst, but it works best as part of a holistic approach. Stay hydrated, eat whole foods, manage your stress, and move your body every day. When you create an overall environment of health, the results from this targeted therapy will be exponentially better. Think of it as tending to a garden. You can have the best fertilizer in the world, but if you don't water the plants or give them sunlight, they still won't thrive. As you embark on this journey, remember to be patient and kind with your body. It has served you for many decades, and it has an incredible capacity for healing if you give it the right tools and support. Track your progress not just in terms of erectile function, but also in how you feel overall. Notice your energy levels, your mood, and your sense of confidence. The return of sexual vitality is often a reflection of a return to overall vitality. This practice is a statement to yourself that you are worth the time and effort, that you are not willing to accept a quiet decline as your fate. You are taking active, intelligent control of your health. Finally, a few important safety notes. Castor oil is extremely safe for topical use for the vast majority of people. However, you should always do a small patch test on your arm before applying it to a more sensitive area to ensure you don't have an allergic reaction. Never apply it to broken, irritated, or infected skin. While this technique supports the body's natural function, it is not a cure for underlying medical conditions. If you have persistent erectile dysfunction, especially if it came on suddenly, or if you have known cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or neurological conditions, it is essential to speak with your clinician. These can be signs of more serious health issues that need to be addressed by a professional. Always inform your doctor about any new wellness practices you are incorporating, especially if you are taking medications for blood pressure or other conditions. Also, it is important to remember that oil-based products, including castor oil, may weaken latex condoms, increasing the risk of breakage. If you use condoms, choose non-oil-based lubricants or polyurethane condoms. This information is for educational purposes and is about supporting your body's natural function, not about treating a disease. The journey back to confident natural performance is within your reach. It begins not with a pill, but with a simple, profound act of self-care, targeting the very root of your masculine vitality. Trust in the process, stay consistent, and prepare to be amazed at what your body is still capable of.